Morning students, Saira. Welcome back to your online teaching session. Today let's continue with the next part of the English lesson, The Bell by Geeta Krishnakutty. Now this is the part 2. In part 1 children, we have seen that there is a girl in the lesson who is very eager to ring the bell in the temple, but her parents are refusing her to do so. But then she argues with her parents, if Thangam, that is the daughter of a priest, can ring the bell, why can't she? And then she leaves from there, but then there is a family discussion that it is because she is going to that English medium school, her thoughts are like that. As she grows up, she might change. So accordingly, but the girl did not pay any attention to what they are discussing, and she is very firm with her decision that she is going to ring the bell. So now let's proceed further. Let's see what the girl is doing. So as we have also seen that when she wants to get her decision done, she is not arguing, but she is just accepting whatever the parents are telling. Like in the first part we have seen that she unwillingly went along with her grandmother to the tank, right? So in this way, now let's see what she is doing. Back again at the house, she had to undergo the intensely uncomfortable ritual of hairdressing. They smoothed her hair with what felt like a whole jar of oil, separated each shining strand till it hung limp and straight and lifeless down her back, then tied it up in a tight, skin-stretching knot on the top of her head, securing it with a fiber of banana stem. She was thankful none of her school friends could see her like this, droplets of oil oozing down her temples. Now, as the discussion is over now, her mother is doing her hairdressing, and so she is unwillingly, she is just sitting in front of mother, and then what is the mother doing? She is just putting lots of oil in her hair, and then tying her hair very tightly, which the girl dislikes. She does not like so much of oil in the hair, and she doesn't want, she is very happy that at least her friends are not able to see her in such situation. Even some of you also don't like putting oil to your hair, right? Yes, and then so much of oil her mother had put that it has started trickling down, okay, and which she doesn't likes it. But what is the main aim? Why is the mother putting so much of oil? So that her hair becomes strong and separate. They smoothed her hair with what felt like a whole jar of oil. So whole jar, as it is said, whole jar of oil was poured on her hair, and because of which what happened? Her hair was separated, shining strand, okay, till it hung limp and straight and lifeless. So now it has become straight, then tied it up in a tight skin stretching knot on the top of her head. So after oiling her hair nicely, her mother ties it up, securing it with a fiber of banana stem. So she is that her friends are not able to see her like this. Even you all will not like, right? So droplets of oil oozing down her temples. Temple means from her forehead, the droplets of oil are all falling down. Okay. Next. Tiny shivers of disgust. The back of her neck felt slimy, made her long to wriggle over of her skin. Wriggle out of her skin. She bit back her annoyance, contenting herself with a savage swipe at her oily forehead with the edge of her skirt when they were not watching. So much of oil was put on her head that it started, the droplets of oil was oozing down, and it was very disgusting for her, and even from all the sides on her neck also it was falling, and she bit back her annoyance. She was getting very angry, but she did not react accordingly with a savage swipe at her oily forehead, and then what she's doing, she's just seeing that if anybody is watching her. When nobody is watching, she just with the end of her skirt, she just wipes it out. She was ready before the evening flurry of lamp lightning had started. The old toothless major domo of the household, Kelu Nair, was instructed to accompany her today. Why could they never understand how ridiculous she felt, being escorted by him? She had reminded her mother many times that she walked alone to school every day. When they were back in the town, that she even went by herself to the bakery at the end of the road to buy sweets and cakes. Her mother simply pretended not to hear. Now it was a time that the time of lamp lightning in the temple, and this girl was eagerly waiting for this so that she can immediately go to the temple and ring the bell. So she was ready before even the flurry of lamp lightning had started. The old toothless major domo. Major domo is a long serving servant of the house, and his name was Kelu Nair, and the family had instructed Kelu Nair to accompany this girl. But then she was very angry with this. She did not want Kelu Nair to accompany with her, and she is just talking to herself that it is so ridiculous that they are asking him to come with me. And even many a times she had reminded her mother that she walked alone to school every day, and even when they were back in the town, she herself would go to the shop and buy sweets and cake. Even when she is telling her mother like this, her mother is pretending as if she has not heard anything, because they did not want to leave her alone. So they did not pay any heed to what the girl was saying. She alternately envied and detested the grown-ups for their loathsome habit of not hearing whatever they found inconvenient to answer. So she was getting very angry with this habit of the elder people. Like if they don't want to accept what she is saying, they will pretend as if they have not heard. And she was very angry with this. Loathsome means unpleasant. This unpleasant habit of the elders of not to listen to what the youngers are saying. Sometimes, if she arrived at the strategic blend of authority and appeal, she could force Kelu Nair to walk a few steps behind her and pretend that he did not belong to her at all. But this was something she rarely achieved. Today, he stuck obstinately on her side, imparting bits and pieces of information and advice that she tried to ignore. She quickened her steps as they reached the road, almost breaking into a run. Kelu Nair shouted at her to stop and wait for him. She did not care to explain to any of them that she tried to cover this stretch of road as quickly as possible because the gravel hurt her bare feet. At the temple entrance, she slowed down, grateful for the feel of the sun-warmed stone. Now, as they both are going to the temple, Kelu Nair is accompanying her. So, sometimes if she arrived at the strategic blend of authority and appeal. Strategic means it was her plan. Like even if he is accompanying her, some or the other way, she just wants to ignore him and leave him alone. So, Kelu Nair to walk a few steps behind her. So when he was walking with her, what this girl would do, either she would walk slow or go fast so that he is left alone behind. But this was something she rarely achieved. But when even after she tried, she was not able to do so, because Kelu Nair was very honest, and as he was being instructed, he is going to be with her all the time. Today, he stuck obstinately on her side, imparting bits and pieces of information and advice that she tried to ignore. So he was just beside her and talking to her, telling her many things, giving her information, but this girl, she ignored to whatever he was saying. She quickened her steps as they reached the road, almost breaking into a run. Now what did she do? She started walking very fast, okay, as if she is running, and she did not wanted to give any kind of explanation to anybody why she is going so fast, and only reason she was having that it was very warm and for her feet, for as she was bare feet, and so she just wanted to reach to the temple. At the temple entrance, she slowed down, grateful for the feel of the sun-born stone. And so she just goes and waits at the temple feet. Now, next, the usual knot of women was gathered around the three-tiered stone lamp at the outdoor. Talking earnestly in hushed voices, their faces grave and sad. Kelu Nair edged as close to them as he dared. She knew he drank in every whisper that he could distinguish, and that he would impart it all, embellished with many scandalous details of his own invention, to her mother and great-grandmother over dinner tonight. So now there were many women in the temple. They were gathered around at the outer door, and they were talking to each other in hushed voices, their faces grave and sad. Kelu Nair, he was just standing there and was listening to what the ladies were talking. As why what was the reason? According to the girl, he would just collect all the information and put more extraordinary of his own and go and tell at home to the girl's mother and grandmother. As they started their ritual circling of the outer walls of the temple, she noticed that the football game had already begun in the courtyard beside the sanctuary of Krishna. So as they started the ritual of circling at the outer walls of the temple, so what did she notice? She noticed that the football game had already begun in the courtyard, and she was very fond of it, beside the sanctuary of Krishna. She enjoyed watching the players more so because of her obvious delight in the vigor of their game. So she was very much interested in watching that game. So children, in this part we have seen that even after when the family had told her not to go to the temple, what did she do? She did not follow any instructions, and just ignoring what they said, she was firm with her decision, and because of that her family had accompanied Kelu Nair with her, but then she also tries to ignore him, leave him alone, and rushes to the temple. Now just let's discuss some questions on the parts we have done, right? So the first question: besides, she added, goading them deliberately, we are all equal in the eyes of God. She was not quite sure whether they had heard this bit, for they had already turned away in disgust. Okay, now this is a reference to context, and let's see who has said these lines. Now who is she in the lesson, in this line? Whom are we talking about? Yes? Correct. She is the girl who dared to ring the temple bell. Whom was she talking to? Now whom is she talking to, this girl? Yes children? Correct. She was talking to other members of the family. Then, what did she want to prove? Now what she wanted to prove, as she has already said, that everybody is equal in front of God. So she wanted to prove that all were equal in front of God. Who are they? Why had they turned away in disgust? Now in these lines, whom are we talking about? Who are they in these lines? Yes, they are the other family members in the household. And why had they turned away in disgust? They turned away in disgust because they were shocked to hear the viewpoint of the girl. Okay, so that's all for today children. We shall proceed with the next part in our next class. Till then, thank you children.